Gonna start this back up. Okay, let me get my questions up. All right. So I don't have any intro music. That should be
Sorry.
my theme music because a kid. Dun 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 dun. All right. So, welcome. Hello, everybody watching our interview. This is Andy Norwich from the Peak Warriors, and I am going to be interviewing the lovely, the vivacious Nikki Campbell. And she's also a fellow warrior, and she has some amazing feats that she has accomplished. And I thought that it was important enough and amazeballs enough to share it with everybody else. So, Nikki,
Yay.
let's start off with a quick bio.
All right, well, 33, and I'm from California. Now live in Missouri. I've lost 131 pounds.
Whoa.
I
Wait a minute. Don't just fly past that like it's nothing. You lost 131 pounds.
yes.
That's
That
awesome.
as of my doctor's last week, that's what I was actually at like 133. But yeah.
I mean, seriously, I was blown away. I saw that, and I think it was your 3 things about you post,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was all over it. I was like, oh my god, such
Yes,
a
it's taken a long time.
well, and that was something else that I wanted to ask you about. And of course, I have a few questions, or 20, that I would like to talk to you about. And I would like to kind of give a realistic view of how you went about your weight loss.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's important for people to know real stories and not what tabloids and the media and celebrities want us to know, because they have the ability to access items that common everyday people don't have, and we have to use and utilize our own. And for some of us, money is an issue, or people or support and whatnot. And unfortunately, I've been in probably almost all of those situations. And so I think it's important to tell the story.
Well, what I would I really like to start out with, what made you say, wait a minute?
Well, I've said that many, many times, but this last time that actually made the difference was my dad. I have had a really rough life with him, and our relationship wasn't great. And one day he basically sat me down and was just like, I don't want to you. And so it really made me take a look at myself and why I was there and where I was and what made me become that way and where I wanted to go. And if I wanted to do it for me or if I wanted to do it for somebody else. And so I kind of went down memory lane and pulled out pictures and scrapbooks and went through, basically evaluated my life and myself and where I was at, what I was doing, and decided that I wanted to be healthy. I want to be there to be the aunt to my brother's children. I want to, see my parents celebrate 50 years. I want to, unfortunately, take my grandma's ashes to Ireland. I want to be able to celebrate those milestones and be there for years to come. And I would probably have made it another 5 to 10 years if I didn't change that.
Now, were you active as a child? I mean, what was your stature, your body, your physique as you were growing up?
I am what they refer to, I guess, as big boned. I wasn't fat or chunky. I was very well developed at an early age. I have broad shoulders, or football player shoulders, they are referred to. I have very thick thighs. I danced and cheered for 17 years. Wow. So I developed a very thick, muscular body. In high school, I had the body of a college girl. Wow. So I wasn't fat or anything like that. I was thicker. I was never size 0. I was, more the Marilyn Monroe's, Jane Mansfield, the thicker women that had substance on them.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't.
Well, when did that shift? When did you go from being the vivacious, curvy, healthy, athletic to, well, different?
I would refer to myself as Violet from Willy Wonka. I was almost 400 pounds, and unfortunately made very rash decisions to get married, and it was the wrong person, the wrong time, wrong everything, and it ended up being a very miserable marriage. And so I ate my comfort. And he would not give me a divorce, and it took 4 years, and he made a comment that he would never be married to, quote, a fat girl. And so I gained 175 pounds in about 3 months.
What?
And yeah, it was very bad. Very healthy. I do not recommend it for anyone.
Oh my goodness.
Ever. There's nothing worth that. Nothing.
So were you trying to do that kind of to say, well, you said that you wouldn't be married to a fat girl?
I did it, and I had got my divorce the next day after he saw me.
Where was he?
I was living with my grandparents here in Missouri. He was in California. I had to fly back and forth because California has weird laws. And so we hadn't seen each other, and I had come back. He saw me in the court, and he signed the papers the next day. So in a sense, as far as that aspect, it saved, thousands of dollars more than what I'd already spent, but it ruined my health.
Right.
So kind of was not a great trade-off.
So that moment when you finally had that signature on that paper, was that the turning point, or did you still have a little bit of ways to go before you decided no more?
I had 3 years.
Yeah.
3 more years of feeling like a failure, being miserable, feeling like I did it to myself, that I was never going to be loved, not realizing that I had to love myself and foremost before I could, one, love anybody else or have anyone else love me. And so in June of 2013 is when I made the decision. It was also 3 years from my divorce finalization that I made the decision that it was time to get healthy. And so I started researching. I didn't start that day. I didn't start until December 16th. But I started researching and made what I call my fitness Bible.
Oh.
And yeah, I actually have it right here.
Oh, hey, we get visuals.
Yeah. Please.
I'm gonna play the Jeopardy music while you're doing it. Do 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 do. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Jazz hands. Ba-da-da.
It's just really my simple binder.
Love it.
And these stickers, I have completed a 5K and a 10K in my goal time. And every race that I do, I reach my goal, I get a sticker to commemorate that.
Yes.
But as you can see, it's very thick.
Yeah.
And it has anything from recipes to I have meal plans from kettlebells and things that I've bought, and I have soundtracks that motivate me and music.
Aww.
I have exercises written down. I have clippings from races I want to compete in. I do a lot of charity events for 5Ks, 10Ks. I'm actually running a half marathon in April.
What? Is this your first half marathon?
It is. It will be my first.
Are you going to be able to run now?
I don't know. I might have to hobble, but I do have a shirt that says if you can read this, drag me over the finish line." So um I will get there one way or another. um so I'm determined to accomplish this. But what I also did, and what was a really motivational, and what I spent from June to December doing, is clipping photos like a stalker of body styles or muscle features that I wanted to emulate. Where my end goal was and what I realistically thought that I could achieve based upon my body type, the exercises, the amount of time I'm willing to put in, and how long it's going to take me to get there. And then I broke those down into achievable goals in smaller time frames, so that I was rewarded throughout the process in my journey to getting to that long-term goal, but so I didn't get defeated.
And you're answering so many of the questions that I have, even with that, because I'm a very big proponent on baby steps. Baby steps. You have your main focus, your main goal, but you have to have the steps on your way there.
For sure. I've tried so many. I tried diets and programs and gyms and anything and everything that you can imagine. I tried the Eat Right for Your Blood type, the Atkins, the South Beach. I joined the boxing gym. I joined a regular gym. I did yoga. I did Taibo. I bought Zumba. I've spent so much money and none of it worked. Okay. And part of it is mindset. I was trying to do it because I wanted the guy to notice me, or I wanted this, or I wanted that, instead of I need to do it for me and I want a healthy lifestyle. And until that was my priority, it didn't work. Mm-hmm. And I believe it is 100% mindset that allows you to achieve those goals.